So what happens when two people retire and decide that they want to live full-time in an RV? Hello, everybody. My name is Patrick.
And I'm Wendy.
And along with our two Vishlas, Indy and Ruby, we are the cast and crew of RealTrailerLife. And I grew up in the suburbs of Minneapolis.
And I grew up on the North Shore of Minnesota.
We met in 2010. We married in 2012 when we joined our families together. Combined, we have 3 sons, 1 daughter, a son-in-law, and 4 beautiful granddaughters. So in 2017, we started looking at RVs. And we started going to RV shows, and we decided that we were going to purchase an RV. We started doing research to see what kind of RV we really wanted. And we finally decided on the Lance 2285. And we found a 2285 out of South Dakota. And we drove down there to pick it up, and we brought it back to Minnesota. And we had that 2019 until the spring of 2023 when we opened it up in the spring, and
the roof was cracked.
The roof was cracked. There was a 5.5-foot crack on
right above the slide out.
Right above the slide out. The insurance company did total that unit out. We replaced it with a 2023 2285, and I think we went on 4 trips in 23 in that 2285. A little over 2 years ago, in 2022, we decided that we were going to go full time in an RV. We were going to sell the house, sell everything we own, and move into our RV when we retire and go see this beautiful country of ours.
Along with the 2 dogs.
Along with 2 Vishlas.
And as we thought about it,
it was way too small for us.
The Lance was way too small for us.
So we came up with this plan to start downsizing, getting rid of most everything we own.
We did a December declutter. And so there was 4 of us in the house, my 2 sons, Pat and I. And everybody had to get rid of 1 item, and it couldn't just be like a pencil or a pen on the 1st of the month. Then the 2nd, 2 things, 3rd, 3 things, so you kind of get it. All the way to the end where we ended up, how much was it that we got rid of? What was the number? Do you remember?
So that was a total of 496 items each, or almost 2,000 items combined. We filled the bags of stuff, then we took them to the local donation centers and donated those items. This past January, things took another drastic change. And that's when we decided that the 2285 was going to be way too small for us. So after visiting an RV show in Minneapolis, we walked through a Brinkley Z3100 that was at the show there. And wow, was that an amazing unit.
We had fallen in love with it the year prior when we went to the RV show, but we didn't think we could ever afford to have one. And if you know what a Brinkley looks like, you can tell that it worked.
So we set plans in place to purchase a Brinkley Z3100. Mm-hmm. That also included replacing our Ford F-150 with a Ford F-350. Towards the end of January, we reached out to Hudson Ford and Alexis White, who was their salesperson there. We sat down with her and we placed an order for a 2024 F-350 long bed with the 7.3 liter gas engine.
We did continue the purging as all of this was going on. I feel like we should have started a lot earlier.
A lot earlier.
Because we had been in that house 15 years. And things accumulated, and there were things that as we were purging, we realized, forgotten about this. Didn't even know that was there.
There are things from childhood. There are things from high school. There are things from
when you were in the Army. I mean, all kinds of stuff.
Then in April, we decided we were going to go to Branson, Missouri. And then on April 8th, we drove down to Russellville and we photographed the eclipse, the total eclipse that happened on April 8th. And then on our way back from Branson, we went up through the Elkhart County area, specifically to Goshen, Indiana, where we did the walkthrough at the Brinkley factory.
That was really, really, really cool.
And I think that kind of sealed the deal on the fact that we really wanted to order a Brinkley. And then the very next day, we actually went through and did a tour of the Gen Y hitch factory because we decided that we were going to put a gooseneck hitch onto the Brinkley 3100.
Well,
on the same day that we did the Gen Y hitch factory tour, we went to Royal RV Center in Middlebury, Indiana, and we placed our order for our Z3100. And that was an exciting day.
That was so great.
So we continued our purging. We continued getting prepped for moving into the RV full time. And then at the end of April, almost 3 months to the day, our F350 arrived at the dealership. And boy, was that a beast. It's a beautiful truck, and in a future video we'll do a total review of the Ford F350 that we purchased. So our Brinkley Z3100 came off the line June 6th. It got to the dealership a couple of weeks after that. They had to do quite a few things to the trailer before we went and picked it up. We
customized it. We had some things that we wanted changed on it and added to it.
Yeah, so we added a washer and dryer, which we thought was really important. You know, we didn't want to do the days of sitting in a laundromat. And then we also added some side opening windows on either side of the bed so that we could get airflow through the bedroom instead of just having the one window that was in there.
Right, and we also chose the queen bed.
We did choose the queen bed.
So that we could have the nightstands on both sides.
Yeah, which was really important for us. And then June was an extremely busy month. We had a garage sale in June. We started getting the house ready to put on the market. We met with our real estate agent.
Moved 2 kids off to college.
That was an important thing as well.
We started to get the house ready to put on the market. We have a realtor that's in our neighborhood, so that was great. And they were very helpful in telling us what we needed to do. So we were busy doing a lot of things. We painted the outside of the house. We painted the inside of the house.
We moved 3.5 yards of rock into the landscape area to make that a little bit more beautiful. And then the big day for Wendy was...
retirement. June 11th.
June 11th.
Oh my God, Wendy, June 11th.
And I was not far behind her. I retired on officially on the 29th of June. My last day was the 28th of June.
So it still doesn't feel like it has set in.
No. Yeah, I mean, we've been so busy trying to get everything ready and, you know, painting the house and getting rid of more stuff, taking trips to the dump, taking more trips to donation places to donate things, giving things away to our friends and family. And then that brings us to July.
Right.
And what happened in July?
Well, in July, we took a trip back down to Indiana. We hauled a U-Haul because we brought a dining room table set and some other things to Pat's daughter and family. Then we went back to northern Indiana.
Yeah, we went to Goshen and we stayed in a hotel in Goshen. And we actually went and dropped off the Gen Y gooseneck hitch that we purchased. We had that shipped to the house, so we had to bring that back down to Middlebury, Indiana, in order to have that installed on the Brinkley. And we'll do a future video about the install of the hitch. And then July 2nd was the day that we picked up our Brinkley.
Yes, and you're going to see pictures of this because it was pretty epic.
And we have been actually living in the Brinkley ever since. So we did a shakedown trip to Starved Rock Family Campground outside of Utica, Illinois. And we were there for 3 nights. And the funny thing is, we never even got to the state park.
We so wanted to go to the state park because I like to look up what's going on there. And there's just a bunch of cool, interesting things that happened at Starved Rock State Park, which we might talk about at some point.
Yeah, and at any rate, we were busy getting everything ready. We brought down what we could fit into the truck so that we could have that ready as well. So after we left Starved Rock, we came to the Veterans Campground on Big Marine Lake in Marine on St. Croix, Minnesota. We've been here since the 5th of July. We've been trying to get everything ready for both the trailer and for selling the house. On the 5th of July, our house actually officially went on the market. So why are we telling everybody this? Well, we want to share our experience of retiring. We want to share the experience of selling our home and getting rid of everything we own. And we also want to share our experience of life on the road, full-timing in an RV.
With 2 dogs.
With 2 Vizslas.
You'll meet them in a future video because they're our kids.
So our plans for when we leave Minnesota is we're going to go back down to northern Indiana. We're going to have a few things done to the trailer, and that's going to be some videos that are going to be coming up as well. And then when we leave northern Indiana, we're going to be heading up to Maine. Some stops in between there and northern Indiana and Maine. And then we'll just continue our travels. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and click the like button and subscribe to our channel so that you can get notifications of when our next video comes out.
We'd love to have you join our journey and share all of our experiences with us, laugh, whatever, goof, you know, this is for fun. We are retired and our whole life has just changed.
So until we see you on the next video, safe travels.
Take care.